education is kind of contradictory. You learn what society thinks you're supposed to learn, and then you use that to decide what you want to use it for.
Critical thinking and analyzing data go hand in hand. It's important to really see the meaning behind them and ask the questions like, so what, why this matters, and elaborate on it.
The violence at juvenile halls is depriving inmates of their 8th Amendment rights because many inmates, juvenile inmates, were getting abused in jail.
If you're being tried on a state level, why does the national government need to be involved in this case?
And the central question that we were answering through this paper was, what is the American dream and to what extent is it attainable to everyone?
And if I didn't have that familiarity with the math, then solving for velocity, acceleration would have been extremely difficult.
-16 is the rate at which the projectile is falling back towards the Earth.
We've been looking at different writers and how they influenced us.
Burial of Thieves is about a girl named Antigone who dissents against the king Creon, who decrees that nobody can bury her brother.
We see a lot of pathos in Antigone. She shows a lot of emotion. Her value was her religion and mine was my education.
And she buries him anyways, which is, she's dissenting, so she's basically WikiLeaks and Creon would be the government.
And once I got data for about 5 trials, I then modified and retested the gravity car.
How can you make the jump from a stirring bar versus like an enzyme in your body?
Because we're about to graduate, we're about to decide like what can we really do with our education.
I'm also going to relate dissent and control back to my personal connection. When I was in Palestine, my parents did not care about my school, and I care about my school a lot.
When we were interviewing the immigrants, we actually had to come up with our own questions. We kind of got to see what immigration is like now, but we also learned what immigration was before, and for the first time I got to hear my mom's story.
Martin Luther King's guiding purpose of using alliteration was not effective with X's because X explains the names that people really use to bring down others.
I am considering immigration law, which is why law school is a possibility now. And it helped me grow as a person and just realize that I'm not going to enjoy every situation that I'm given, but I have to make the most of what I'm given.
Do you think there's any information that would be unconstitutional to publish?
What were the sources, some of the sources of error in this lab, and then how did it affect your data? And then also, what could you do to reduce those sources of error?
So can you kind of talk about those 3 realms of sustainability and how the oil spill affected them? I just want to know what you know scientifically.
What connection can you make to things you learned about in your physics class to another course?
I'm not sure if you had moments of conflict in your workplace, but I'm wondering what your approach is in collaborating productively when what you want maybe is different than what your office wants.
I'm wondering how your education at CAT and the work you've done for this presentation has made you think about your role in a democratic society.
With distinction.
Congratulations.
I'm pleased to announce you met all the requirements and have passed your graduation.
I'm in a place right now where my ancestors have fought for me to be, and I will honor their sacrifices by going to college and being the best that I can be.